We're on day 4 of this super powerful challenge that we have been doing together. The previous 2 weeks, we did a just self-love challenge for 10 days, and all of those episodes are on our You Are Your Own Hero YouTube channel. So if you haven't done that challenge, please check out the first challenge that we did, this self-love challenge, just really about you and your self-love. And what we're doing now is, how do we maintain, how do we grow, how do we nurture our self-love when we are in a relationship? And the warmest good morning to my dearest sister, Jamie. Hello, beautiful sister. How are you on this lovely Thursday? So good to see you. Thank you for being here. So what we're really honing in, focusing on in this challenge is, how do we really, really be true to our own self-love when there's someone else that we really love too? And it can at times feel very high stakes. So, this is day 4. I'll just recap what we have done in the previous 3 days. On day 1, our practice was fearless, radical commitment to your own happiness. And we had this really powerful affirmation: I embody fearless, radical commitment to my own happiness. It feels so good, right? And then on day 2, our practice was, you and only you are responsible for your own life and happiness. And our affirmation there was, I and only I am responsible for my own life and my own happiness. And then yesterday, day 3, it was a fearless, radical commitment to your human's needs. And our affirmation is, I am fearlessly, radically committed to my human's needs. Those feel so powerful to me. How do they feel to you? So happy to see the amazing Joe, my brother in beautiful Hawaii, and all the other folks that are tuning in right now. So great to see you. Let me know how you're doing. How is your self-love feeling? Is it making a difference? Are you feeling a bit different inside? Are you feeling a different relationship with yourself? How is it feeling on the external? Are you noticing shifts on the external? I've been saying a lot that I've been really noticing shifts on the external, and I've been really feeling so grounded and powerful and balanced from this practice of self-love that we've been doing now for about 2.5 weeks. So it's making a huge difference in my life. I'm curious how it's been for your life. Oh, great. My sister Christina is here. Nothing less than transforming. Fantastic. And Christina, thank you. You sent me such a beautiful message. I think it was yesterday, about that this has been really powerful. So I'm so grateful to hear that. It's wonderful to hear how it's working for everybody. And I thought something really fun to start off with today was to, if it feels resonant, on a scale of 1 to 10, what does your self-love feel like right now? So we're on day 4. I wish I had thought of this to do on day 1. That would have been probably ideal, but we're still a bit in the early stage of this challenge. So I thought it would be fun to just take an inventory of how your self-love feels right now. And then we can take the same inventory on day 10 next Friday, next week. Good morning, beautiful Johanna. I'm so glad you're here, sister. Thank you so much for joining us. So, if it feels resonant right now, we can just each give ourselves a number, or you can do it in any way you want. It could be like uh, cold, warm, hot, however, whatever scale feels resonant for you. Um, so I'll play along. I'll do it too. I'm just thinking, okay, what is my self love at right now on day 4 of this challenge? And maybe I'll give myself 2 numbers. This could be fun. I'm going to give myself a number of self love just in relation to myself, somewhat outside of relationship. And then I'm going to give myself a number also in my relationship. Where is my self love in relationship? So if I'm just completely on my own, how does my self love feel? It feels pretty high. I would give it maybe like an 8.5. I'm writing this down. That's kind of my self love just on my own outside of relationship. Excuse me. And then when I think about where I am in my self love in relationship, it's lower. Yeah, I can see that it's lower. So this challenge is really good for me. I would say my self love in relationship is maybe between a 5 and a 6. Maybe I'd give it a 5.5 or a 6. Great. Someone else is sharing. Oh, Deborah. Yay. My amazing sister, Deborah, is here. Oh, I'm so glad. Deborah is a friend from 30 years or so. Okay. So you're giving your number. And I love how you said the act of giving a number tunes me into how much opportunity there is. Yeah. I wish I had thought of this on day 1, but it's okay. We're going to do it on day 4. And another beautiful person here says that you're about at a 5 for both. It's really cool, right? To give it a number. It shows us the reality. It shows us the truth. And I think we can just, as you so wisely said, Deborah, we can see the opportunity. We can just see, wow, we can go higher. There's room here for us to grow and nurture and further develop our amazing self-love. Oh, this is so fun. Okay, someone else. Okay, Christina. Yes. Okay, you've got your numbers. Those are really similar to mine. Yeah, I'm lower in relationship. It's so interesting, right? It does seem easier for the human to practice self-love on our own. And it seems like an expansion, an invitation for us to really learn how to also do it while we're in that close partnership. Super interesting. Okay, Joe. Okay, great. Joe has given his numbers. There's still work I need to do to honor myself more. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes, 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 yes. I'll just share a true life little thing that's going on for me right now in my partnership. I'm not super happy right now in my partnership, and I realize as we were talking about the past few days, I can choose how I want to participate. So this is just again, it's a really new expansion for me that if something really doesn't feel super aligned for me right now in the partnership, I can really just choose to not participate it to the degree where I maintain my happiness, right? What I'm doing right now in my partnership and basically what I'm receiving, it's not making me happy, basically. So I can choose to change my behavior to participate in a different way so that I'm always maintaining my happiness and taking care of myself. This is just a huge expansion for me. In the past, as I've shared, I basically would just always give all of my energy to my relationship and not really think about, well, how is this working for me? Am I happy in the relationship? Am I receiving? Is there reciprocity? Is there mutuality? So this is just such a huge learning for me. It sounds like for a lot of us. So okay, so let's keep our numbers. I've written mine down. And on day 10, next Friday, let's see how our numbers are. Let's see if they've gone up. And we can just keep checking in on them as we just continue in this super powerful self love revolution that we are all on. I love the numbers. It makes it fun. It makes it feel a little bit scientific in a way. We've got numbers attached to our self love. Okay. So super, super cool. Thank you all so much for being here. The practice for today, day 4, is the relationship is in each moment. This is a really similar idea to your life is in each moment. It's along the lines of the presence practice. Everything is happening right now. Your life, your relationship is not in the future, and it's not in the past. That's another really healing orientation, that whatever has happened in the past, hold on, I got to write this down. The relationship is in each moment and is right now. Okay. So whatever has happened in the past is the past. We can let it go. We can start anew. And whatever may happen in the future is in the future. But your life, your relationship is right now, in the present, in each present moment. So why this feels really important to me and why I'm adding this in to our 10 practices of self-love in relationship is I think I've held this idea that, oh, okay, our relationship will be better in the future. It will be better once we have each healed. It will be better once this particular thing we're working through is resolved. It will be better when we have more time for each other. It will be better when we live in the same city. All the whens, right? It'll be good when. And I have had this orientation about my life in general. This has been very much my default orientation. I think most of us are heavily, densely socialized into this orientation. For instance, probably for most of us, school growing up maybe wasn't ideal. And there was messaging that, well, it's okay. When you are done with school, then you can be happy. Then you can do what you want. Or when you get married, then everything will be great. Or when you have your kids, or when you get that career going that you really like, then, or when you're at a certain weight, or when you make a certain amount of money, right? It's infinite. The whens, they are infinite. Okay, this is no way to live. This is no way to live. Our life is right now. Our life is right now. It's not when. We can choose to be happy, and we can choose to live our life in a way that brings us contentment and joy right now. Right now. It's an inside job. Your contentment and joy is accessible within you right now, not when. Not when. It is it's somewhat irrelevant to the external. And so we're really saying the same thing here about our relationship. Our our intimate relationship is right now. It's in every moment. It is not when one of us or both of us has worked through some issue, and we're more healed. It's not when we have more time. It's right now. It is right now. So I'm just going to pause for a second and say hello to my mom who's here. So grateful you're here, Mom. And my dear sister Wendy is here. So many amazing, beautiful light workers in the house. So grateful. And we've got people tuning in from all over, from YouTube and different platforms. It's amazing. So let me know, how does this land for you? Does this resonate with you? That first of all, your life is right now, not when, not in the past, not in the future. And your relationship is right now, not in the past, not in the future, not when certain things happen. It's right now. And I absolutely believe that what we're all being invited to move into is that our relationship, especially our intimate relationship, can be happy and joyful and peaceful right now at every stage that we go through in relationship. Even when one of us or both of us are moving through something very difficult, or even when one of us or both of us are really busy. The invitation is, as a team, how do we come together? How do we lean in? How do we meet each other's very profound needs in relationship at every stage of the relationship, and at every stage of each individual's own growth and expansion and what they are working through? This is the invitation. And this is a very deep practice of self-love, that the relationship can be nurturing to each partner in every moment. And it's not to say that we don't have conflict. It's not to say that we don't have our moments that are difficult. It's not to say that one or both of us might be having a hard time in life or in the relationship. That's all fine. That's all natural. That's all part of the human experience. But it is to say that we build a bridge. We build a bridge between us. Each partner is there on that bridge. And the partnership, the relationship, is the container for the love and support. The idea that the relationship is the warm blanket, the relationship is the safety zone, the relationship is the beautiful retreat that we can always come back to, no matter what is going on. So, in an isomorphic parallel way to how each one of us internally is providing our own sacred, safe place for ourselves, no matter what is happening, right? This is the inner partnership, the inner union. I have some wonderful videos about this on our You Are Your Own Hero YouTube channel about inner partnership. It's life-changing. I know so many of us are just further developing our inner partnership. So we're talking about the same thing, that you individually have your own inner partnership. You are there for yourself no matter what. This is a huge self-love practice. And we're doing the same thing in relationship, that in a true partnership, there will also be that same safe, loving, consistent, stable container for you and your partner. It's a home. It's a home for you and your partner. So no matter what is going on between you, no matter what is going on in each individual's life, that there is such a safe, supportive container for both of you, that it's a home in the same way that you are providing a home for yourself. Okay. Gretchen is here, my beautiful sister. Katinka is here, my beautiful sister. Oh my goodness. The I just love seeing everybody. It's wonderful that you're all here. Gretchen says, I like to imagine a picture for my intimate relationship. This is beautiful. If you feel like sharing anything more about this, I'd love to hear exactly what you mean. Um, what it makes me think of is a practice that I like to do, and it's just part of manifesting, is just visualizing my partner and I doing things, being together, and then feeling the energy of that, really tuning in to the energy of harmony and having fun together and really appreciating each other. And this really as a very powerful manifestation technique for what you really desire in your relationship. So I always talk about these two practices that we always, I believe, want to feel our feelings. We feel to heal. So if something painful is coming up in your partnership, we want to feel that. Absolutely feel that. If it feels appropriate, we want to talk about it. We want to take any insight from those feelings and see if there's an opportunity for us to embody something different in our relationship so that we maintain our happiness. So, always want to feel our feelings. They are our guideposts. Our feelings always direct us towards our highest and best, especially the uncomfortable ones. And then at the same time, we also want to hold the vision, hold the dream, hold the picture of what we really deeply desire in our relationship or in any aspect of our life. So we feel our feelings and we go back to holding the vision. And what's super powerful is really tuning in to the feelings of it already being manifested, of it already having come true. And a beautiful affirmation that I love to use with any type of visualization is thank you. Thank you for my beautiful, amazing, loving, fun relationship or whatever we're bringing into our lives. So thank you, of course, is very grateful, is sending out gratitude, and then it's also taking the orientation that has already happened. And on in the energetic sense, it has already happened, and you're just bringing it through as you completely shift your energy to be a match. So, Gretchen, thank you so much for mentioning that. Johanna has an awesome question. I love this. You ask, would it be healthy to say my inner child is basically my inner partner? I think that is so beautiful. And I think whatever feels really powerful and beautiful and healthy to you is however you want to see it. Uh, for me, I do feel like that quite a bit. That, for instance, I've talked about taking a picture of you as a child and putting it in a beautiful frame and putting it in a place of honor in your home. And I have done this. I have a picture of myself. I think I'm about 8 or 9, and it's in a really pretty frame, and it's in my kitchen where I see it all the time. And when I see that picture, I internally I say, I love you so much. I got you. I am living my life for you. I am here to bring all of your precious dreams to fruition. Thank you for making it through. I know it wasn't easy for you, and I am here now. I am an adult now, and I got you. I got you, sister. We are going places. We are going to have every one of our dreams come true. Excuse me. So yes, I think that's how I in a way see my inner partnership is with my inner child. Um, I have to think about it more because I think for me, there's a few beings that I'm inner partnered with. It's my inner child. It's also my higher self. And it's also spirit, I would say. I think it's those three: my inner child, my higher self, and spirit in general. It's a really interesting question. I'm curious how other people see that. I'm just going to write that down. So for me, it's kind of a party inside. There's a lot of beings. And then there's my thinking mind as well. So I have like my thinking mind, my inner child, my higher self, and the more sort of general spirit. I'm curious how other people see this. It can feel a little confusing. Yes, and we hope that this will be helpful for our separation with our twin flame. My relationship with my twin flame has absolutely gotten to such a better place through self-love. Self-love has transformed my relationship with my twin flame, and because the twin flame seems to be a mirror. So if you are giving yourself more love, then you're going to see that from your twin flame. And you're going to see that from everyone, basically. I've also noticed it from my children and other people in my life that the more I ground into self love and my own inner partnership, the more consideration and love and peace I seem to receive from my partner and from everyone else. So, yes, the benefits of self love cannot be overemphasized. If you're going to do anything in your life, do a self love practice. It has the most amazing benefits. So thank you so much. All these comments are really, really great. My sister Debbie is here. So glad you're here. Everyone is amazing. Let me know how you're doing in general. And so, just to give a little more detail to this practice that we've introduced today. And again, the practice is the relationship is in each moment, and it is right now. And so I feel like giving a little affirmation here. If you feel like saying it with me, I honor that the relationship is in each moment and it is right now. I honor that. I honor that. And we all know that what you expect, you get, right? So we want to really be mindful. What are my expectations in relationship? What am I maybe putting up with in my relationship? Do I need to raise my expectations for how I want to be interacted with in my relationship? These are really profound areas to look at. What are your expectations? And you'll notice that whatever your expectations are it's a match to what you're receiving. So again, all of this is really just about you and your self-love and what you are allowing and what you are expecting, and that is what you will receive on the external in all of your relationships. Katinka says the book that I shared about self-love has arrived. I'm so glad. This book is called Love Your Life. No, Love Yourself Like Your Life Depends on It. And this book came to me, I believe it was an act of God about 6 years ago when I was really having the hardest time in my life that I had had so far. Very much dark night of the soul. And this book changed my life. This book helped me start my own self-love practice 6 years ago. And over these past 6 years, my life has completely transformed. I've experienced so many miracles, and I absolutely believe it is absolutely because of my self-love practice. So I can't say enough about self-love, our self-love revolution. So um, I want to just give a couple of examples of this practice that the relationship is in each moment. So, okay, for instance, let's say you and your partner, you each you each work, maybe you each have your own business, maybe each one of you is very busy. Uh, this is very common. So the relationship is in each moment. It's not when you're not busy. It's not when your business is at a certain level and maybe you don't have to pay so much attention to it. Your relationship is now. And when we honor that the relationship really does, it thrives when it is given attention, right? Anything thrives when it is given attention. We know this about plants, right? There's been many experiments with plants that if you speak lovingly to a plant, it grows in a different way than if you ignore it or maybe even give it negative energy. Our relationship is the same thing. It when it's watered, when it's cared for, when it is given attention, it grows, it thrives. So the relationship is right now, no matter what is going on in your external world, the relationship will really thrive when you give it love, when you give it some attention, when you give it some focus. Sometimes we hear the phrase, oh, relationships are a lot of work. And the word work has somewhat negative connotations, right? It doesn't sound very fun. And so I don't want to use the word work. I'm just going to use the word love and focus and attention. A thriving relationship usually has energy, focus, and attention. And there's a bridge, and it is providing continual, consistent support and love to both people. This is really key. And if you are currently in a close relationship where this is not the case, then it's really helpful to look at that, to really eyes wide open, take off any rose colored glasses and just evaluate, discern uh, how is this relationship functioning? Does it feel like a consistent, stable, loving container for both of us in pretty much every moment? Not that there's going to be moments, most likely, where you may feel disappointed, you may feel hurt, but somewhat overall, is it providing a consistent, stable, loving container for you? And another point here is ideally our relationship is it's a foundation that allows us to go out into the world and pursue our life purpose and really have that stability and love underneath us. So just in the same way that we are providing for ourselves with our inner partnership, that stability that we can go out into the world, we also ideally the relationship can serve the same home base for us. So there usually is a period in relationship where we're working all of this out and we're harmonizing and we're getting to know each other. But basically the invitation is to land in a place where the relationship is serving you. Of course, you are feeding the relationship. You are showing up. You are giving the relationship love. And then the relationship is also giving back to you and providing a very stable, loving container for you so that you can go out and just rock it in your life. So let me know how this all feels to you, how this is landing. And I'm just going to give one more example here, especially for those of us who have children. This is a really interesting balance with our partner and our children. Uh, so, for instance, a situation came up in my partnership where my one of my partner's children was sick, had the flu, and we had talked about him completing something for our business, and I think he felt very maybe super focused on his child, and what we were doing for our business sort of fell away. And this was really hard for me. I felt that there wasn't space for his concern for his child and helping his child, and then also just communicating with me about this business thing. Um, and this is challenging. We're all finding that balance. There was another time where I think I did something similar. I was really focused on something with my kids, and I let something slide with our business that I think was hard for him. So these are things we're all working out. Um, we're constantly being asked to expand. Basically, we're constantly being asked to be bigger and to hold more. So if we have kids, where the invitation is, can I hold my focus and my love for my kids? And can there also be room for my partner and their needs and what we're doing together? So it's a learning process for all of us. It's definitely more complicated when children are involved. I'm curious what your experience is if you have children, and how different challenges show up in your intimate partnership. I mean, really, that could be a whole nother challenge. How to be a parent and be in an intimate partnership, particularly when your partner is not also the biological parent of your kids. So these are all big topics, right? And we do know that generally blended families or step families tend to have a harder time with negotiating all of this because of the different challenges of all of that. So it's intense, right? As we always say, relationships are a dojo. Relationships help us see things in ourselves that we would not see. We would not be playing in all of these different arenas if not for the relationship. So on the larger level, we can always be grateful to our relationships. They are helping us see. They're helping us see our own shadow. They're helping us see our own deepest needs. They're helping us learn how to more peacefully interact. They're amazing. They're a school. All of us have been to school, but relationships are probably, we could say, the biggest school on earth. The most profound school that we will ever attend is in our relationships, and particularly our intimate relationships, because so much comes up. So much comes up, so much opportunity for us to learn, expand, grow, stand up for ourselves, speak our truth, learn patience, learn grace, all of it. It's amazing. Oh my goodness. I'm really seeing that. I'm really seeing how relationships are the biggest school you could ever attend, the biggest dojo, the most profound dojo. Some really interesting comments here. Okay. So, one of our amazing people here has said, having kids and not being present enough for my partner is what caused us to break up. Thank you for sharing that. That's really, I think that can be really common. And this has been a bit of an issue in my partnership as well. And it's something that we're continuing to work through. It's big. It's a big issue. And I think they're just the only way through it is to have really honest communication uh, from each partner about what they're experiencing, what they're feeling, what they see as their needs, and can there be a working out of that so that each person is comfortable, and that of course the children are comfortable too. And I know one of the things that came up for my family when a partner came in was it wasn't very easy for my kids. They were really used to having me for themselves, and they were not used to having someone else in the house. And it requires an adjustment on everyone's part. And uh, this also goes back to self love, in that I know for me, there was a part of me that felt guilty, that felt, oh, I've been giving my children everything because I didn't have a partner, I didn't have a husband. And so I've just been giving them all of my time and all of my focus and all of my attention. But now I do have a partner, and there was guilt there because yes, in some ways I was removing some of my attention and focus towards them, and I was giving it to my partner. So that's a transitional stage, and I think different feelings do come up around that. Where I've landed, and it's something I'm still working out, is what is highest and best for all involved. Is it highest and best for me not to have a partner and give all of my attention to my kids? That doesn't feel highest and best for me. Um, is it hard for my kids to adjust to a new situation? Yeah, it is. So, and my partner and myself and my two kids, the two I have three kids, but two of them, we all had a little meeting, and we talked about some of these things really directly. It was great. I think everyone else felt a bit uncomfortable as we started to voice some of these things that we're talking about. But I think in the end, it was really helpful. And I'm such a proponent of feeling uncomfortable feelings and having uncomfortable conversations, because on the other side of uncomfortable feelings and on the other side of uncomfortable conversations is gold. And it's going to move you forward. It's going to be a portal. It's going to open things up. It's going to make things better. So I think these really open and honest conversations with children and your partner are super duper helpful. Uh, Debbie says, I don't have any children, but I'm experiencing something similar with the care of my mom and finding balance between that and my relationship. Great point. Great point. It's not just about children. It's about our other really close relationships. Could be taking care of a parent. Great point. How do we balance that? And how does everyone feel? How does everyone feel? I just love the idea of let's get everything out on the table. Let's all be honest. Let's all be vulnerable. Let's all talk about how things are feeling, what we're experiencing, what we feel our needs are. And then let's see what can happen. And again, what I have almost always experienced, when everybody shares and everybody is honest, the highest and best solution seems to naturally bubble up. And it seems to be usually obvious to everyone involved what the highest and best solution is. So when we are courageous enough to see the inner, to be in our truth, okay, this is what I see, what's happening, and others are also courageous enough to be in their truth, and we communicate, almost always the way is clear. The highest and best solution will present itself. So yeah, just truth, honest communication, vulnerability, moving past the fear or discomfort of a possibly awkward conversation is amazing. It's amazing. Transparency. We're really talking about transparency here. So beautiful. So let me know any other thoughts you have about the day four practice. The relationship is in each moment. How are you being treated in each moment of your relationship, no matter what is going on for your partner? Are you receiving overall love, respect, and consideration? And then, of course, how are you showing up for your partner as well? The relationship is in each moment. It's not when something happens. Okay, beautiful. And as we always do, I just wanted to hone in on a few of our very foundational practices that we talk about in this amazing self-love revolution that we are all in together. And one of them is you are perfect as you are right now. You are a divine God being. You are a fractal of God. You are a piece of God. You are divinity in human form. And just as Mother, Father, God absolutely has unconditional love, acceptance, respect, honoring of you, we can also embody that ourselves. You do not need to be, do, or have anything. You are precious. You are treasured because you are, because you exist. So this is such a beautiful part of our self-love practice. How would it feel to look in the mirror today and say, I love you so much. You are amazing. You are a miracle. You are a gift to all, and you are a gift to me. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Another really foundational orientation is this comprehensive, radical trust of oneself. Whatever is arising in me, I'm looking at it. I'm honoring it. I am valuing it, whether it's my guidance, whether it's my dreams, whether it's my feelings, especially my uncomfortable feelings, whether it's my red flags, all of it. I am so paying attention to what is coming up in me. I am my North Star. I am my compass. I am my north, south, west, east. You are everything to you. Your life is between you and spirit. That's it. And we can also add in you and your inner child, you and your higher self, if we want to think of it that way. And we are all here to bring through all of our dreams, every single one. We are here, of course, for our soul's expansion. We are here to have different challenges, different adventures. And simultaneously, we are all here to bring through our dreams for our lives. And together in this beautiful group that we have here in this You Are Your Own Hero community, we are sisters and brothers supporting each other and walking each other home. Every time I say that, I want to cry. We are sisters and brothers. Here I go. We are sisters and brothers walking each other home. That's all we're doing. And I believe probably many of us are just coming together. We've contracted to be together in this lifetime. We've contracted, I believe, to be pioneers in a lot of ways of this self-love revolution. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for all of you beautiful sisters and brothers helping me walk home. And just to support all of us walking home. So thank you so, so much. Tomorrow, the day 5 practice is love is a verb. It's also a noun, but we're going to really focus on how love is a verb and how are you being shown up for in your relationship? How are you showing up in your relationship? All of that. So thank you so much. It's just such a delight to be with you all every day. It's the best part of my day. Thank you, Debbie, so much for your beautiful comment. And please feel free to invite any of your friends, your coworkers, your family members into our You Are Your Own Hero Facebook group. And we just want to spread this amazing self-love revolution to every person that we can. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Johanna. Thank you, beautiful soul. So glad you're joining us. Thank you, everyone. And we'll be here tomorrow for day 5. Love is a verb. So much love to everybody. Mwah. Bye.